Sandy VCAL PD presents Movie Talk Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the 2Sweet movie show. It's Thursday, the 15th of March. We have the movies releasing today. The reboot, Tomb Raider. Now this is basically the story of Lara Croft. She's basically a daughter, and she's also an adventurer who vanishes when she was a teen. And now she's a young woman. She's 21. She doesn't really have a purpose and stuff. So she just basically, she lives in London. She navigates the streets. She's basically a bike courier, and she's in college and everything. She's studying. It's all about her father disappearing and stuff. So it's a mystery she's got to investigate, and like a big action movie. They've got the director, Rorotag. It's his first movie, which is in Hollywood. He's actually a Norwegian director. He's from Norway. So it's his first time going to Hollywood, the big Warner Brothers pictures. So let's see if he delivers good stuff. I mean, I'll probably watch it soon and I'll give you the review. And then you got the story, which is by the people who made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Snow White and the Huntsman, and the Huntsman Winter's War, which was the sequel. So basically, there's a pretty good cast here. You've got Alicia Vikander, who you saw in The Danish Girl and The Light Between the Oceans. And then you've got Kristen Scott Thomas, who's quite popular as well. You know, from The English Patient and 4 Weddings and a Funeral. You've also got Dominic West here. He's most famous for The Wire, that British show. Derek Jacobi's here. You've got Daniel Wu. Nick Frost, who's really a comedian and stuff. He's a little role in the film. So yeah, you've got a pretty good film there, and it's going to be a blockbuster hit. I bet everyone's going to watch it on the weekend and everything, which is happy to hear. If you've seen the preview, it's like she has to survive and everything. She's a girl who goes on an adventure. All about that. So basically, yeah, the movie's actually based on a video game, and then they turned it into the Angelina Jolie movie, but now this is a reboot with Alicia Vikander. And I think it'll probably be a nice reboot. Well, you know, sometimes I'm a bit surprised because she hasn't been in many action roles, this girl. It's one of her first ones. She's been in more dramatic roles like The Danish Girl and The Light Between the Oceans. But she really does have, you know, great physical strength to play this character. She's able to run and jump, and I think she's doing lots of her stunts. And I'm happy to hear it. It's going to be good. Another movie out this week, you've got the Australian comedy, That's Not My Dog. Now this one's in advanced screening this weekend, so it won't be on during the week. It's only for a weekend screening. Looks quite promising. I don't think it's had many reviews yet, but it basically tells a story. It's a joyous comedy that celebrates our love of joke telling. So the film, basically, the main character is Shane Jacobson, and he plays himself, and he's throwing a party. And then invited are the funniest people. Basically, Shane knows. So any Aussie comedians you've seen, they're all going to be in this film. It's just going to be one of those type of films. I think it's going to be better than The Barbecue, so it's happy to have a better one on board. That last one was, I actually haven't seen it, I can't comment, but I've heard it's pretty ordinary. Now this one, it's from the director of Charlie and Boots. Now this movie also stars Paul Hogan, and they were in that movie in 2009. Paul Hogan and Shane Jacobson. Pretty funny comedy actually, about the father and son. They basically travel from Victoria to Cape York to fulfil their lifelong ambition to fish off Australia's northern tip. So it's one of those classic Aussie movies. Go check it out if you haven't. Also from the director who made Strange Bedfellows. Now I've seen that on TV once or twice. It's quite strange. It's quite funny and strange. Yeah. And it's also from the director of Cliffy, which was that ABC little TV movie in 2013. And it's basically, I think you probably remember him. He basically runs a marathon and he's Australia's most unlikely sporting hero. So this movie has a good director on board, Dean Murphy. So it should be good according to what I think. So you're basically the cast. You've got Paul Hogan, Shane Jacobson, Michaela Barnes, and she was in lots of Aussie TV series recently. She's been in Upper Middle Bogan and Winners and Losers. And then you got Paul Fenech. Now he's that funny guy behind the works of Fat Pizza and Housos. So you can expect a comedy guy on that one. Happy to hear he's back. You've got Stephen Hall. You've got Emily Tahini, who's been known for Sean McCullough's Mad as Hell, an ABC TV show, which is actually quite popular, and I think it's still going. You've also got Ed Cavalier, who's in this film now. I really do like him on that comedy panel show, that Have You Been Paying Attention? So happy to see he's back for another Aussie type of show. Happy to hear it. Aussie movie, sorry. This one's actually a cinema release, so wouldn't mind watching it actually. Wouldn't mind. You've also got that comedy Jamone. He's also going to be acting in this film. That Irish, he's from Ireland, isn't he? You've got Limo. Now you know Limo from The Project and Utopia. And he's been in Have You Been Paying Attention and numerous other things, Australian shows. Quite popular in Australia, that guy. It's just exciting to see him, basically. You've also got Nathaniel Antonio Lloyd. And this film is, it's produced by Shane Jacobson. He's the main producer and star in the film. So, happy to see. Hope it does well in theatres. I don't think The Barbecue did as well as it hoped, and I'm not surprised that it was a bit of a flop, because it didn't look too good by the preview looked very ordinary and even poorly made. Like, it didn't look at all good at all. But I mean, you have time to catch the film. You don't have to watch it in the advanced screening. You can watch it after. Still won't mind. Probably going to do exactly that. Going to watch it in the advanced screening, probably not. But you've got so many funny names here. It's crazy. It's one of those big assemble comedies. Hope it does good. Really do, 'cause it would be a shame if it fails. Because you got big people here. So many good people. Tim Ferguson's always there, and he's also there, and lots of other people. And Shane Jacobson's always been good. He was in Kenny and stuff. Beaconsfield. They've all been good. And you've still got Red Sparrow out. Yeah, that's doing very well in cinemas. I heard that it's doing better than everyone expected in Australia, so happy to hear it for Jennifer Lawrence. And 3 Billboards is still out. You've got Coco still out. Darkest Hours out, and I think they released more sessions due to Gary Oldman's Best Actor as he won the Oscar award. And then you've got, Death Wish is still out with Bruce Willis. You got 50 Shades out. I think it's limited release. Paddington 2. 12 Strong, which is about those horse soldiers. Chris Hemsworth, I think it's doing okay, but not as good as everyone. Not as good as it should. I mean, it should be probably getting more acclaim. And the movie, there's another movie coming out. It's out this week. Well, in advanced screening, sorry. Actually, its official release is on the 22nd of March. You've got the director Garth Davies, who actually directed Lion, which came out last year. Actually, 2016. Sorry, came out 2 years ago. That was a really awesome film with Dev Patel, Nicole Kidman, Rooney Mara, Sunny Power, and Tanishta Chatterjee. Such an excellent film. If nobody's even heard of it, basically a story of a 5-year-old boy. He's an Indian boy. He gets lost on the streets of Calcutta, thousands of kilometers from home, and then he survives many challenges before being adopted by a couple in Australia, which is played by Nicole Kidman and David Wenham. And then 25 years later, he sets out to find his lost family. This one is a truly inspirational film. It was brilliant. So I'm expecting good things for Mary Magdalene. He's such an awesome director. And he's going to deliver an awesome film, I think, Mary Magdalene. So basically, Mary Magdalene's a movie which is directed by Garth Davies. And it's from the writers of the really inspirational movie, which was Helen Emderson and Philippa Goslett. And you've got big names in here as well. You've got Rooney Mara, Jacqueline Phoenix. Haven't seen him for a while. He was that very popular actor in Her, and he's also in Gladiator, which was quite critically acclaimed in 2013, Her. Chiwetel Ejiofor is in this film as well, the English actor who played Solomon Northup from 12 Years a Slave, which you would have remembered a couple of years ago. And this film has a big type of thing, like you've got from the creators of King's Speech, Lion and Shame. Just brilliant. It's going to be great, I assure you. And you've still got the Indian comedy, Sonuke Titu Kiswiti, is still released, which is I'm happy to hear. So now on to my review of The Mercy. Saw it on the weekend. It's not really good, but I actually did like it. So it's basically a biography drama. It's basically that tells the story, an incredible story of an amateur sailor whose name was Donald Crowhurst, and his solo attempt to circumnavigate the globe, and then the struggles he confronted on the journey while his family awaited his return, is basically one of the most enduring mysteries of recent times. I tell you, it's a good one. Basically, I didn't know the real life story, and I'm glad I didn't. It's a really well told and surprisingly moving biopic. Such an interesting mystery, which is really dramatic at times, and it grips your attention. It's basically about this man. He basically wants to go on an adventure. He wants to be one of the best mans in this competition. It's a beautifully well done film. It can be painful at times. It's sad. It's quiet. It's real. You know, so like, it's sad when people disappear, right? You know, it's just this wife, Rachel Weisz, was expecting her husband, Colin Firth, to come home. But, you know, you have to watch the film to find out what happened. It's truly a big mystery. And this one is not doing that well in theatres, which I'm pretty sad about, because It's actually a well-told movie. It's not one of the best films, but it's certainly like it has some faults, but it's not like the worst movie. It's well made and everything. So basically, he's also an entrepreneur, and he's based in Devon, and he's inspired by listening to the single-handed round-the-world yachtsman whose name was Sir Francis Chichester. And he does this crazy thing. He just puts his business, his family's house, and his own life on the line by entering the Sunday Times single-handed round-the-world yacht race. And it's not even as if he has a boat built yet. The guy lends him the money, and then after that it's just ludicrous. It makes a mockery of whoever wrote this ridiculous work of fiction. And then you go, wait a minute, it's actually a true story. It is in fact such an astonishing story that this is a film that is easy to spoil in a review, and a fact that seems to have passed many UK newspaper reviews. So I will leave much comment, to a thing. It's just brilliant. Just have to comment on that. Such an excellent film. And the trailer's well made as well. They're a couple, Firth and Wise, Basically, Colin Firth and Rachel Wise, they're a couple, they have kids and everything. It's very good. It's the first part of the film. It's well executed. It's excellent value for older viewers. It shows Devon in the 60s is a warm and nostalgic place. In fact, the film, it creates the late 60s of time. Basically showing from the boxy hardwood furniture of the Crowhurst house to the Meccano set opened at Christmas time. The story is riveting, but quite a number of the scenes raise more questions than they answer. Yeah, that's another problem with the film. You gotta, sometimes you don't know. And it's so surprising and everything. So basically, just go and see the film if you want to know the true story of Donald Crowhurst. It's a pretty inspiring film. And it's directed by James Marsh. He directed The Night Of and The Theory of Everything. Now, so sad to hear that Stephen Hawking has passed away yesterday. It was really sad, and that was one of his films. Felicity Jones and Eddie Redmayne, who played Stephen Hawking. So you expect James Marsh to have a pretty good film there, and he delivers in that part. You've got the writing by Scott Z. Burns. He's a very good writer, I tell you. I watched Contagion on the weekend, and Contagion was actually on the same day I watched The Mercy. So after seeing The Mercy in the afternoon, I come home, I turn on the TV, look what I see. Matt Damon, Kate Winslet and Jude Law's Contagion film is on, which is directed by Steven Soderbergh. Now that film is quite good. It's quite excellent. I really do like watching that film. It makes you think about lots of things. It's one of those underrated films in 2011, which not everyone has heard about. You've also got Bryan Cranston, Marion Cotillard, Gwyneth Paltrow, Lawrence Fishburne. Got some really big stars in that. Also, he wrote Side Effects, which is also sort of the next film he made after Contagion, which was 3 or 4 years later, which stars Rooney Mara and Channing Tatum and Jude Law, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Now, Rooney Mara is in that new film, Mary Magdalene. So You know, there's always crosses between each films. Like you've got the Mercy out, Mary Magdalene, Lion. You know, everything mixes up. Written work, direction work. It's always like that. It's also from the writers who made The Bourne Ultimatum, which is one of Matt Damon's best action films he has ever made, which involves mystery and thriller. It certainly was excellent in 2007. Also wrote The Informant, which also starred Matt Damon. Now, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the Mercy review. Certainly not one of the best films, but it certainly was interesting enough to like, because I didn't know the story, so I was interesting to hear what happened, and I was happy to hear it as well. But the film does have some faults, and I don't know, like, lots of people should still see it. Like, it only came out on Thursday, so last week, and now there's only like 2 or 3 sessions for the film. Actually 2, I think. It's very disappointing to hear that, because it's not one of the worst films. It's really not a bad film in any way. It's a quite made film, and you've got the direction work, the written work done well. Because James Marsh, he's known for, you know, the theory of everything. So happy to hear. Actually, Finding Your Feet's doing better than The Mercy, so even when you got big stars, Colin Firth and Rachel Weisz, sometimes people just don't go there. And I'm pretty sure, like, when I've been watching TV recently, I haven't seen many previews for this movie. So maybe it's due to mismarketing or not enough marketing. Like, everybody sees the Tomb Raider trailers, everybody sees Red Sparrow trailers, everybody sees All the Money in the World trailers, Game Night, etc. But it's a little small film by BBC Films. It's not getting enough recognition that it deserves. That's why I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Well, not really. I'm not giving it a 6 because I didn't like it. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 because I thought it was well made. It's interesting to see the story, but some of it is boring in parts. Some of it doesn't lead anywhere. But it doesn't mean that I don't like it at all. I certainly do like the film. Quite well made, I think. But still, sometimes movies just, you know, don't hit the mark or... But anyway, it's a good film. I recommend people to see it. Absolutely. But, you know, sometimes these little faults can do stuff. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad film. Not at all a bad film. So yeah, I'll wrap up my Mercy review. Another film out this week. Don't think anybody's heard about it. It's one of those little films which has actually got quite a number of sessions. 4 or 5, I think. So it's a 2018 film called I Can Only Imagine. It's a family drama, and it tells the inspiring and unknown true story behind Mercy Me's beloved chart-topping song that brings ultimate hope to so many is a gripping reminder of the true power of... That brings ultimate hope to so many is a gripping reminder of the power of true forgiveness. Now, basically, the song you know, the story you don't. Pretty good tagline there. I may watch it in the cinema, I'm not sure. Certainly when I saw the preview, it doesn't look like a bad film at all. People may think that because it's from the director who made Mum's Night Out, which was a Patricia Heaton flop, which is a star from the middle. But people get better, and I'm sure that this is better than that. Mum's Night Out film. I don't think I ever saw it, but I heard all the negative reviews about it. And the story's done by Alex Kramer, who made the upcoming L.T. Kennedy and I Can Only Imagine. So I don't think he's going to be a bad writer. And you've got a big cast member in this. You've got Dennis Quaid. He's quite a big cast member. He plays Arthur. I think his father or something, his grandfather. And then you've got Cloris Leachman. She's also quite popular. She was in the Croods. And Madeline Carroll is also in this film. She's been in The Spy Next Door, Resident Evil. So got a couple of people there, not like big well known, but it's one of those little type of films. Doesn't mean it's going to be bad, because little films are never bad, I tell you. This trailer isn't inspiring. It shows inspiring, you know. And you love it when you see these inspiring stories of these people. It's just quite happy to see it. Actually, John Voight, one of John Voight films, they actually made it. Woodlawn, which is about a football player. A popular film. Haven't actually heard about it because I think it's quite not well known enough. But I'll be sure to check it out when I heard. Because I just saw and, you know, saw what he starred in, and I'm like, what they've produced and made. And I'm like, oh, that could actually be a nice film. So, wouldn't mind at all to check it out. Wouldn't mind at all. It's also from the makers of Everest, Mother's Day, The Giver, The Narnia, Prince of Caspian, Little Prince. Couple of films there. So yeah, so it's a little one of those family films. I hope people will go to it. I really do, because it doesn't look bad at all. I'm telling you, it's not going to be bad. It's going to be good. Another film you've got still out, Operation Red Sea, Finding Your Feet, Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool. Now that's still out, but it's sort of, you know, it's sort of only in art cinemas now. I don't think it did that well because not many people knew about it. And that's what happens when not many people find out about these type of things. They certainly don't go anywhere, and people just don't watch them because they don't know about them. So yeah, Going for Gold's still out. That's out in Hoyt's. One Hoyt's cinema or something. It's not popular at all. It's gone. It's just finished. It's one cinema in the whole of Melbourne. Not good to hear at all. You've also got Long Lachi, which is also out. This film is surprisingly good, I've heard. Basically tells a story of a married couple, and they decide to live together as strangers, and as the husband tries to win her by love. So it's one of those Punjabi type of films, so expect songs and stuff. And it's also got, I think, some good reviews. Like, it's not one of those just masala films. People actually appreciate it and enjoy it, which is happy to hear. It's from the director who made the 2017 film Lahore, which stars Arminder Gill. And then you got the writer Amberdeep Singh, same writer, and he's been known for lots of good Punjabi films. Goran Yun Dafa Karo, which is a 2014 film, also starring Arminder Gill. Quite good reviews. Angrej has had excellent reviews. Everybody loves this film. It was in 2015. Romeo Ranja. That was not a popular film, but everybody has those little hiccups, and that's what happens. Also from the writers of Love Punjab, which was a popular film. So this stars Neeru Bajra and Ami Virak and Amberdeep Singh. So Ami Virak is basically, he's quite popular now. He's a popular singer. He's known for Satri Akal England, which came out last year. I went and watched that. Nika Zalda, who's known for those type of films. So, quite exciting film you've got there. Wouldn't mind seeing it. I'd have nothing against it, of course. And because Indian films get released on Friday, a big film is coming out. It's called Raid. It's basically a story. It's based on real events, basically around Amey Patnaik, who's played by Ajay Devgan, and is a fearless income tax officer, and he carries out a non-stop raid at the mansion of Torji, the most powerful man in Lucknow. So this film, it hasn't been released yet, so it's not going to have any reviews, and not many people are going to know about it, but certainly from seeing the trailer, it does look excellent. And looking excellent, I mean, I've seen who it's directed by. It's directed by Raj Kumar Gupta, who created that very interesting film in 2011, No One Killed Jessica, which was a biography crime drama. And it was about a journalist who is more of an activist and teams up with the sister of a murdered model as she gets interested in the case and wants to bring justice to her case. So that was also written by Raj Kumar Gupta and directed by Raj Kumar Gupta. And that starred Rani Mukherjee, Vidya Balan, Mahesh Bhatt, and Mohammed Zishan Ayub. That was excellent. I have seen it. Remember watching it years ago. I certainly remember it was an intriguing, interesting film. Also from the director of the smash hit, Amir. Now, yeah, he directed and wrote it, Raj Kumar Gupta. And it starred Rajiv Khandelwal and with Gujraj Rao and Ashwarya. Not Ashwarya Rai, some other different Ashwarya, just to unconfuse people. It's from the person who made, his name is Andrew Kashyap. He was involved in the film. He made lots of recent films: Gangs of Wasipur, The Lunchbox, Trap Masan, Udda Punjab, Queen, NH10, Udan. Quite good films. And back to Raid, it's written by Ritesh Shah, which is quite a powerful writer in Bollywood, so you can expect a good film there. It's from the writers of Pink, which is that Amitabh Bachchan film starring Taapsee Pannu, quite popular in 2016. Also from the writers of Kahani, Chef, Airlift, and Rocky Handsome. It stars Ajay Devgan as the main role, Alenia De Cruz, who's also in Badshah with him, Subhash Shukla, he's very popular in Bollywood as well. Happy to hear it. So yeah, that comes out tomorrow. So now, time to get into some big releases which are coming soon. You've got some big releases soon. A Wrinkle in Time, Pacific Rim Uprising, which comes out on March 22nd. Got John Boyega, Scott Eastwood from Fate of the Furious. Got Peter Rabbit, Blockers with John Cena. Ready Player One, The Death of the Stallion, Isle of Dogs. Sherlock Gnomes with Johnny Depp and Emily Blunt. Early Man with Eddie Redmayne and Tom Hiddleston. Every Day. Now this is a romantic type of film. It's coming out on April the 5th. It's coming soon as well. You've got A Quiet Place, Rampage with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society, Avengers Infinity War, Unsane, The Getaway, Tully, The Untitled Deadpool sequel, Solo a Star Wars Story, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Incredibles 2, Ocean's 8, Christopher Robin, Venom. Some big films there, big exciting films. So yeah, you're probably surprised I haven't reviewed anything else. I've reviewed The Mercy, and that was all. Or that's because it was the only movie I watched. If I don't have anything else to review, I can't really review anything, can I? No. But let's just look back at some of the films I reviewed. So yeah, I reviewed The Mercy today. Really did like it. I reviewed Game Night, which was the week before. Yeah, just remember to check out Game Night because it really is such a funny film. Sonica Tiduka 1517 to Paris. Also surprisingly good. Father Figures. Ferdinand, rubbish. Molly's Game. Remember, I did talk good things about this. And it's still showing at some art cinemas, so check it out before it disappears. I certainly enjoyed it when I saw it. It was brilliant. And then you've got Black Panther with Chadwick Boseman. Oh, remember to catch this. This is going to be out for 2 to 3 months. It may even be out when Avengers Infinity War is still on, which is surprising, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Den of Thieves. Yeah, I watched that recently. As I said on a previous review. It was excellent, but it's finished its run in a theatre. It's not showing anymore. But it did okay business here. So just happy to see that the international market was alright for that film. The Post, that's still out in lots of art cinemas, but it's sort of gone out of mainstream. I already seen it, and it was quite good. Padmavat is still out. You've got I, Tonya, which is still out. It's alright. It's not, as I said on my previous review, it's not one of the best films I saw on the holiday break. Easily not, after seeing so many of those films. That one, it's not that good at all. You've got Maze Runner, The Death Queue. I reviewed that recently. You've got The Commuter, which I really did enjoy, but it's finished its run in the theatres because people didn't really... Oh no, because it's been out for a long time. Greatest Showman's still out. It's very popular. It really is. Shape of Water I reviewed recently. Oh yeah, a movie I forgot to review, which I saw on the holiday break. You've got the Bollywood action thriller Tiger Zinda Hai. Now, probably not many people have heard about it, but it's inspired by real events. Tiger Zinda Hai. It's a sequel to the blockbuster hit Ek Tha Tiger. And it's an espionage action drama that basically follows a daring rescue mission in Iraq. So what happens when a group of Indian and Pakistani nurses are held hostage in Iraq by the militant Abu Usman? So the Indian intelligence RAW tracks down the reclusive agent Tiger 8 years after he fled with a former Pakistani intelligent agent Zoya. Then joining the forces in the name of humanity, Tiger and Zoya lead a team of RAW and ISI agents to enter the hospital where the Pakistani and Indian nurses are trapped and get the nurses to safety before an American airstrike blows up the hospital. This is an excellent film, Tiger Zinda Hai. It's an entertaining, blockbuster, smash hit, not a time pass, better than time pass type of film. It's got gritty action. It's got music at times. It's got drama. You've got heaps of things in this film. Now, people aren't familiar with Indian films, but this director will go places. Ali Abbas Zafar. He's one of the best directors in Bollywood right now. You're hearing this from me first. So yeah, he's made Tiger Zinda Hai, he made Sultan, which is such an awesome film. He made that in 2016. Not many people know about it, but it's a classic underdog tale, which is about a wrestler's journey looking for a comeback by defeating all odds. Will he emerge victorious? Anushka Sharma Kohli is in this film. Randeep Hooda. So from the directors of Gunday, which was a bit of a flop, but Ali Abbas Zafar is better now. He's worked on his directing talents, and I didn't really hate that film because I do like Ranveer Singh, I like Arjun Kapoor, I like Priyanka Chopra, and Irfan Khan. Don't hate them at all. So I really liked it, but other people didn't. Not surprised by, because it's not as good as Tiger Zinda Hai, and he's gotten so much better since then. He has rocked it. And Parash Rawal is also in this film as a comedy act. He is hilarious in this film. I assure you, it is funny, it is action, it is drama, it has great music. It's produced by Aditya Chopra, who basically, he produces lots of films year after year. He's known for Sultan, Doom franchise, Chak De India, Ekta Tiger, Fana Dil To Pagal Hai. Lots of good films. Like some people didn't like Tiger Zinda Hai, but I certainly thought it's watchable. You see Salman Khan, he's just crazy. One of his best action movies he's ever made. And he never disappoints at the box office, unlike Shah Rukh Khan at times. Not saying that he's not good, but Salman's obviously better at the moment. And Salman has nailed it. He nails most of the films. He makes Salman. He's such an awesome guy. Such an awesome actor. And so is Katrina Kaif. She's also very good. And I'm happy to hear that some Americans have said some good things about it. Like they said, oh, I'm American and I'm a huge action junkie. I have seen every big American action film since the 80s. Every single one. And in 100% honesty, this is better than all of them. Here is why. This is as perfect of an action film as you can get. The action, the fight scenes and stunts are incredible. Tom Struthers, who directed the stunts for the Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Saving Private Ryan, X-Men First Class, and so many others, directing the action here in Tiger Zinda Hai. So, and he's gave it a 10 out of 10. James Wilkin from America. You, my sir, you're great. You're great for saying those things. Because I certainly would agree with you. And I'm happy that an American has actually said it's better than Hollywood films. Surprisingly, but that is awesome. When do you ever hear that? Like an American guy saying, oh, Bollywood films, like that Bollywood film was so much better than that Hollywood film I watched recently. I've seen all of them, he said. That is crazy. Crazy good. Because I certainly would agree with him. Easily, it is great, and it's something different to Bollywood and Hollywood. It's not like the same type of style. He nailed it in everything. Ali Abbas Zafar is a brilliant director. He's brilliant, I'm telling you. He's gifted, he's smart. He knows how to make films. He really will be making some great films in the future. And I heard he's working on some new projects now, which I surely will check out in cinemas when they release. He's got an upcoming project which is Tiger 3. the untitled Tigers in the Hay sequel, which is going to be a third one. It's going to be an action, it's going to be a romance, a drama. This is great. I'm telling you, it's the first threequel of Salman Khan's career. The fourth collaboration between Aditya Chopra and Salman Khan. Salman Khan has confirmed the threequel during an interview with Mr. Faradun Shaya for a leading India entertainment website. Oh, I'm so excited. And it's coming soon. I heard that's what he's going to be working on. But before that, I've heard that he has a good film which is out actually next year. It's called Bharat. It's a drama. It's an adaptation of a 2014 Korean film called Ode to My Father. Now, Ali Abbas Zafar is directing it and he's also writing it. So exciting to hear. Salman Khan has been announced as Bharat, which is happy to hear as well. It's from the creators of Bodyguard with Kareena Kapoor, sorry. And also from the people created Hello, which was sort of a bit of a flop, but you can expect big things, because Ali Abbas Zafar just made Tigers in the Hay. Next year, he's going to be making Bharat, which is going to be... You don't know what to expect with this film. But if you just want Tigers in the Hay 3, you're going to be waiting till 2021, which is not that long. It's 3 years. 3 years. It's a bit of a long wait, but can people handle it? We'll see, yeah? You'll all see. It's all luck of everything. It's luck. Never know what's gonna happen. Now I think I've had a good run here. I think I've made such a great show today. And sadly, I think it's time to sign off for the program. I've said some great things today. I've announced great moments, which you can look back and replay my show, and you'll be able to replay all these moments and just basically go out to the movies. Because if you want to be entertained, just go out to the movies. I assure you, it's the best experience you can have. So probably next week, I may be reviewing Tomb Raider. I may review Red Sparrow. Even may review Death Wish or even 12 Strong. And also thinking of I Can Only Imagine or Long Lachi. So there's a few maybes. So, next week you can tune in, catch them and everything. I'll just be happy for you to hear that, because it's a bit sad that it's coming to an end. I mean, the program for the week. I think I'm going to sign off for 2Sweet movie reviews.